We recognised that we needed to do some urgent work on the garden to stabilise the old terrace outside what had been quite a rundown conservatory. It was what was quite frightening when Fuller's came in and exposed the true scale of the problem, was just how run down it was and how urgently the works needed to be done. I think inevitably, had we not done those works at this time, then we would have ended up with fairly serious structural collapse of the terrace, which would have cost us huge amounts of money. Ed and his wife have a long association with Besthorpe, so they're naturally the first choice when it came to doing these really important works. We've really enjoyed working with Fuller's on the basis that there's been a genuine two-way dialogue as to what it was that our expectations were and how Fuller's could best deliver to those expectations with a genuine ping-ponging of ideas between customer and contractor. So effectively what the Fuller team have done is to rebuild what you can see behind you, which is 2 levels of gabions. I don't know if you can gauge this from where you can see it, but it's approximately 6 feet above the rest of the garden, simply replacing slightly larger scale than what was there before, but a huge amount of extra usable space than we had previously, and it's a great place now to meet with friends in the evening and to have the fire burning. So great project. When we started the design works, I made it very clear that we had to work within a tight funding envelope. And make no mistake, Fuller's are not the cheapest. If you want the cheapest, then there's a whole list of cheap people you can go to, but you probably deserve more than cheap. We certainly thought we did. So having made that funding envelope very clear, we worked to design a scheme that could be accommodated within the funds available. The team were great working on site. We really enjoyed the interacting with the entire team of people who came in. There were probably 6, 7 or 8 people who were on site over a 2-week period delivering the project. They were courteous, accommodating, flexible, and I could hardly recommend them. It was surprisingly easy once we got going to deliver the project. There was barely any disruption at all. We were able to carry on using the remaining terrace on a daily basis until the works were finally completed and we did the big reveal. The staff were incredibly courteous. We always like to look after our tradespeople on site, so we were constantly offering them drinks, but it was always declined. They always looked after themselves. Yeah, it was just great. The time frame for the job was planned a long time in advance. They arrived bang on the day they said they were going to come. It was booked probably 6 months in advance. They arrived bang on the day they said they would. They took exactly the length of time they said they would take, and it didn't cost a penny more than they said it would cost. The usual reaction to people seeing it for the first time is, wow, this has made a real change, and also what a great vantage point this is for the garden. I think it's added huge value to the property as well. The service has been top notch from beginning to end. I couldn't tell you just how pleased we were with the results. It's met our expectations 110%.